Speaking of which, come on, baby, let me hear you pour. I'm gonna aim at the enemy tank and I'm gonna fire at it.
Do you have heavy weapons? So that's -4, but you can still fire it.
Now here's the big question. Oh, I'm assuming stealth, my trick attack is not gonna work, right?
No.
Yeah.
and your operator thing does not apply to the tank, so it's a straight up roll plus your proficiency, not your proficiency, your attack bonus and your dex.
Can I roll my normal pistol shot? Just do it
Well,
-4?
I'll remove also because it adds like half your level to your attacks since you're operator. So you can roll your pistol if you want, but I have to remove the extra stuff.
Ah, look at that.
Whoa!
Oh, alright, fucking never.
You're on a
Fucking never
natural
mind, I
break
guess.
at 20?
I'm aiming
Wow.
at his weapon turret, by the way. I wanna disable his weapons.
Should I remove everything? Roll me 4d10, I guess.
Okay, roll
Technically it's 2d10, but you fired fucking
14.
14 attack. Okay.
Way below average.
So you're like, boom! And you just see the round slam into the top of the tank. And it rocks back and forth. It does not seem pleased.
Aiden pops his head out of the hatch. Did I hit it?
Wait, where did I put the... Oh, there we go. I got rid of the... I accidentally disintegrated the ones that had the turn order, and I got to remember where I put the others. I'm not sure if the enemy went before or after
They
this.
were indicated 15, I think.
Yeah, they were right before Prava. Yeah, between Prava and Aiden.
Yeah, and then what was the melee guys though?
15.
Oh no, did they have?
Yeah,
They
same.
all shared.
Yeah, I was just making sure. Okay. Yeah, I actually deleted the one who had the turn order. I
Yeah,
was
it
too
was
excited
15.
about firing. Right then. So yes, it's now their turn.
Second out, asshole. You know what's the
Oh,
funny
look who's
thing?
our cover.
Oh wow, yeah. The funny
Yeah.
thing is my pistol did more damage than the tank shot.
What's this AC?
Like, is it KC? It's like 16.
What's your energy?
Oh, 15.
15. Yes, it hits.
Rude!
12. You just see this. You just see this. It almost looks like a normal, like one of those toy light, like laser lights you put on people. But then it sort of heats up, as like, and knocks you into the dice.
Ow!
And Prava, I know your AC, thankfully. You take 5 damage. God, loving roll damage right now. This guy is going to try getting Recon Berserker off of him. And actually damages him, but athletics. He still holds on. Mighty in the Dark God's power he is. This one's going to open fire.
I never thought about this before, but if I was fully graviton attuned, I could yeet both of those guys off the cliff with my black hole. Now that I can set that rope.
Yeah, that's true. That would have been awesome. Let me roll the... Yes, okay. So essentially he's using harrying fire on you two. You just see him like unloading his machine gun, just boom, 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 boom. With his heavy machine gun, his power armor. And that's -2 to both your AC. That is full cover for Prava though. One misses. One hits you again, Prava, for 4. Wow, your luck is amazing. And one hits you, Durst, for 8.
Ow! Ow, my body!
My work's amazing, but I'm still at half stamina points already, so I mean...
Prava.
Hi, I'm Prava. I'm gonna enter stage 1 Graviton attunement, and I'm gonna gravity hold this lad right off the edge of the cliff. So
What's for DC? He is not gonna make it, and you just yeet him off the side of you. He's like, woof.
Yeah, and moving comes with the move action, so it's the end of the thing.
There you go. He just parts on the ground below now. You hear like plastic breaking on the ground.
Alright, let's see a good show from the rest of the hour.
Right, let's see what's gonna happen here. Oh, okay. So you see him like get up, stand there, and he's going to for the dark gods. Poof. And you just see him fall down. And he cheers triumphantly. Thus.
Huh. I don't want to be hurt no more. I'm gonna hide behind that. And... let me just think here. Okay. I have an idea. I am going to expend another spell slot. Second level spell slot. And it's another big old area. I'm gonna do it from like, oh, I mean to make it thin. I just gotta make sure I have the size correctly. This was 1, 2, 3, 4 squares wide, right? Okay. I am going to, you see that for a moment, like everything looks the same, but it's a alternate version of the future where when that gun went off, it actually lit the entire table on fire, but only contained where they're standing. And basically, every turn, they have to make a fortitude save. They take 2 fire damage if they're standing there, and they can make a fortitude save to like have it. But like, just basically, as long as they stand there, they're just on fire.
Oh, okay. So they all take 2 damage, do they, right now?
Yeah, or they can make a fortitude save and make it to 1.
Alright. Oh, I'll make sure to roll. Okay. And that's what your turn is, yeah?
Yeah, so this area right here is just burns things for 6 rounds.
Right, this
On
guy.
fire!
Sarge is no longer in Greece, so he stands up. Time to move on in! And he is going to throw a grenade. Pineapple out! Nice, and the tank doesn't take any damage. But this guy does. So there's this guy. And this guy. Sarge was useful, hooray!
Go Sarge.
And the robot is going to move up. Sadly, it doesn't seem to have any ranged weaponry, so it's going to spend its turn basically running up to here. Aiden.
I'm gonna use my move action to reload the shell back into the tank, and I'm gonna pop another shot at the other tank.
Open fire.
Since it worked so well last time, let's try it again, shall we?
If you get another critical.
16.
Sadly, that does not hit with a -4 you have.
Oh, goes wild, I guess.
Yep, zoom. Just cuts through the frame and hits one of the dice, bounces off, and off into the room. All you hear is, ow! What? God, that was a brilliant attack, though. Alright, do they take 2 damage on their turn as well?
It's each round. So I think
Okay.
like at the top of the round, they take it again.
Alright. Oh, he's gonna have to stop in that ice field. And I guess entering it takes damage as well.
It just says each round. It doesn't say whether or not entering it will do it. I guess it's just up to DM if that would count as their damage for the round or not.
I would say it probably would. He's going to take 2 damage as well as he enters and tries moving up with the rest of his party. You disintegrated his friend. Prava, this guy attempts to attack you, but he can't move, otherwise he's going to have to take a slip action. As he attempts to attack you, he misses with his sword. God, these guys are not like the Jackal at all. However, this guy does hit. 7 damage. That's this guy up here, by the way. This guy's going to attack the robot. Hits and deals 4 damage. Because the robot has hardness, and hardness is a bitch. Bullets do nothing to me. Attacking the Corn Berserker. He actually misses despite his low AC. And this one is going to attack Sarge. Hits and only deals 3 damage. Oh, such low rolls. Oh, hang on, I almost forgot. Their tank does have an attack. Who to attack? Oh, I know what to do. Ah, perfect. Prava, you see the tank turn towards you. And he deals... 18 damage! Oh, I didn't roll that in the open, but 18 damage. Going back and forth between DM and rolling is weird. I wonder if I should just stick in DM.
Yeah, honestly.
I want to do some secret rolls.
You're gonna get bored at some point, dude. Just stick to the GM layer.
Yeah, I guess. I want to be transparent, but I also want to do secret rolls of what things the characters are doing, so you guys are surprised and stuff like that. So I don't know what to do, which way it's up.
You don't need to be.
Yeah. 18 damage he dealt to you, Prava.
He took it. He had a stamina points, got 2 health damage.
Yep, so that's a total of 25 when the guy attacked you this round. He actually got past your stamina. So in other words, like your armor, like your Solarian armor finally breaks as he finally hits you with a round, with bits of metal coming off the cube, slam into your shoulder or something where the symbiote is, and it screeches a little as it's hurt as well.
No, it's way more important than my physical pain. Come on, buddy, we're gonna get some revenge for you. What I say, but I'm just gonna attack this guy with my symbiote.
Oh, you hit.
So I coat the symbiote with fire, and I just like whip it out like a whip.
Ah, nice. It just woof, shing. And you got max damage as well, fire as well, which can you roll perception for me?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know it's gonna melt through the plastic. Let's see if Prava notices.
Because I'll be honest, the only fire you've really used during this entire thing was at the thing, and also the giant laser. I'll say yes, over 10. It's quite clear that apparently plastic doesn't like fire, as you deal half more damage to him, and he melts down. That's probably a collector's item, you know.
Guys, if you can do anything with fire, fire's good.
That is true. You couldn't see it from where you were before, but it seemed like your ethereal flames actually hurt them more than you thought as well.
Flames!
Let's burn this whole library down.
Half wondered if the core berserker would have went straight through the tank. Let's have a look on the... I'll just leave it up to chance. Oh, I made the smart decision. Okay. Oh well, he hit. I didn't put any bonuses into it. Yeah, okay, let's deal some damage. Max damage! Nice. Because he rolled for 2 attacks. Yeah, okay. So we see is this guy finally get into using his axes. He just slam, slam, slam into the other figure. The other figure having chops and gashes into its plastic black body. Just dish, 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 dish.
Okay, so those guys are all down. I'm just trying to think of like what the most effective thing I could do here is. Sorry. There are lots of boys there. I think the blizzard's probably faded away by now. It's like 6 rounds. That's how long it lasts for. But it's pretty interesting because this witch warpers can like stack all their effects on top of each other. So you can be like,
They are masters of field control, which is very cool in my opinion.
Okay. How many of them are there? Just all of that, huh? I'm just trying to think of what I can do from this range, because I do just need to get it within range to do something. Is it so you can take 2 move actions to like just double move, right? Like you can use your standard action as a move action.
Yeah, and you can also sprint up to 4 times your like move, which is a full round action.
I see. I'm going to move like over here using all my movement just to like reposition a bit.
Alright, so you move over there. Nice.
Yeah, because I seem to be in range of things.
Yeah, you know what? Sarge is going to be trying to be a badass here. Let's have a roll.
Sarge, don't be a hero.
There's only one hero, and that is the military. And you see him like drop his gun and pull out a combat knife, and suddenly, as this one's facing towards Durst, about to take aim. Welcome back, Prava. You just see Sarge like grab him around the neck and hold a knife to him, trying to shove it in as it's held off. He has grappled this dude. He's and this one is going to attack. And he actually does hit. Whoop. Claw. So essentially the robot swung one of its claws and just uppercutted one of the other toys over the flame, trying to get to the tank. Aiden, before you advance, you hear as somebody comes over with a glass of water. He drops on the ground. He's like, "My collector's editions! You little..." And you see him raising his hand. And to indicate this, I am going to draw. You see him aiming here with his fist.
Oh,
Like, zhoosh.
I switch targets from the tank towards the hand and I'm gonna fire at the hand.
Okay, go ahead.
Not today. Bam! Max damage!
I didn't expect you to actually attack the hand. I thought, help them move out of the way or something. But
No,
attack
attack
sure.
the hand! Bam!
So as he's about to bring down his fist, it's like boom, and you see a drop of blood fall down towards the battlefield, like drip down there, and he's like, what the pain, pain, and he backs off. He's holding his hand. I gotta treat this before it gets infected.
Sarge, I got the Titan. If it bleeds, it can die.
Good job, son. Stand still. He's like wrestling. Okay, I didn't expect you to actually attack my hand. Nice.
Got him good, Sarge. He's in retreat.
He's in retreat. Deal with him. Alright, let's have a look. Oh god, that was brilliant. Right, is that all you wanted to do?
I'm not sure. I used my action, my move action to reload and my action to fire. So yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. I'll add this here just as a mark of your triumph.
I bet the
Right then.
Blood for the Blood God guy is pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah, definitely. You bleed big. Oh, wrong token layer again. He's actually taken 4 damage from that fire because fire is bullshit against plastic. And he is going to roll for the attack. Actually, no, he's going to chuck a grenade. Yes. Grenades are nice. Grenades help. 7 damage. Robert takes a little bit of damage. Sarge, however, takes a bit more damage from it. He attempts to escape the grapple. However, he cannot escape Sarge's iron grip of the military. Damn it.
We were pitching for a 20.
Because I halved the combat maneuvers down to half, so things that decrease them still have an effect, but,
Oh,
you know...
I see. Yeah, he's trying to do
So,
he's trying to do a
it's still-
combat maneuver.
It's still a little bit difficult to pull off since the person's still fighting. So as this person comes around and attempts to grapple you, you probably use your other arms and threaten him with stings. He's trying to grapple you. This guy is going to tumble away, and he actually succeeds. And open fire on a berserker. And he hits. Oh. Nice. Now... Oh, wait a minute. Did he pass through... Yes, he did. Hang on a minute. Oh, nice. As the tank rolls past, focus set on Prava. The robot smashes claw into the side of its armor before the tank opens fire again. Ooh, just 7 damage, though. So it like just flies past you, but hits behind you, kicking up splinters of wood into your back. Prava.
Swear if this is the session Prava dies.
No, don't worry. This happened in the past, so there's no way Prava died. It's fine. There would be a time paradox if you die.
I'm gonna pop. Do I move or not? I should probably take cover from the tank. Yeah, okay. I step here, and with full graviton attunement, I can 20 feet away from me.
Where you are. Are you just intent on throwing every toy off the counter?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna manifest a black hole here, and just select this guy to.
Is that instantly? I don't think it's ODC 7. That's the roll. No.
Thankfully, it's chosen creatures. I can choose leave.
I get you made me have a panic. I mean, not that I would have been that upset if Durst died, but
What you see is a and into the small pool of green liquid at the bottom. Just.
I like how their icons shrink down.
I gotta make it look realistic. I had to use a lot of things about perspective here, so I'm kind of proud of what I did. Go on, Berserker. He attacks. And he misses both attacks. I am just recklessly attacking. Thus.
Huh. Can't really get an angle on that, can I? I guess I can move like here, and I'll take a shot with one of my goons. I won't full round attack. Pew! Ah.
Didn't you say you made one of your guys be a fire guy before the fight? Didn't you make?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. It missed though.
It flies off into a direction, sadly. And let's see what Sarge does. Sarge stabs him. Nice. And now for the robot. He is going to combat maneuver the tank. And he criticals. Okay, so this is what happens. Essentially, this robot grabs onto the tank and shifts it over. Like essentially just dragging it closer as it latches onto the tank
As it does
and
that.
deals
Robot,
damage.
robot, bring it towards me. Bring it closer to the shelf.
Let's see. Could he? I think he probably could. You could actually, instead of shifting that way, you could probably shift it this way.
Yeah, perfect.
So it's like boom, and he deals a small amount of damage to it.
Excellent. So
Aiden.
my original plan was to ask if the gun is still loaded so I can fire the trigger, but instead Aiden jams the pedal into full gear so the tank would roll off and fall on top of the other tank. And as the tank is about to go off the cliff, Aiden quickly jumps out the hatch and deploys this. What is it? The backpack glider. And I'm gonna let my tank fall on top of the other tank.
Oh, your parachute. Okay. Roll me piloting.
Okay. Hey!
Okay, 1 second. I did not expect you to do something crazy, so... yeah, I got a vehicle that barely survives as you see the tank tumble down, slamming into the other tank, just boom, bouncing off and crumpling next to it as the tank is looking so worse for wear. However, you do have a glider, and I will allow you to move your move distance up to where you want to land.
Can I see that the tank below me survived?
Yes. Well, no, actually, I would say you're too preoccupied jumping out of it at the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna... Let's see, where do I wanna go? I'm gonna try and swoosh, 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 swoosh and land somewhere around this area. Since it makes sense, kind of.
Yeah, that's within your move distance. So essentially, you, as Aiden just basically glides down with his wings coming out of his backpack and just lands on the ground.
Yeah, and as
Action
I land,
hero.
the glider wings immediately break into pieces and it becomes just a normal backpack again.
Oh, finally. You guys are in a line. As you get in a line, you see one of these troopers pull out what seems to be a tube. He gets on his knees, almost like he's firing a rocket, and you just see this giant hairpin needle just... And I've got a roll for both of you. 26!
Oh, come on.
I can paste it if you want. Well,
Nah, I believe
pasting
you.
would help. Like, what would... I'll paste the number. Yeah, that's proof. I'll take a screenshot or something if you want. What the fuck?
I finally upgraded my armor and it hasn't protected me once.
I'm just getting lucky. I was horrible luck in damage, though. Like, watch this. I bet this isn't going to be very good either.
In
Max
for max damage.
11 damage.
Ow.
Go to both of us?
Yes, it's a line weapon.
Oh.
Oh, wait a second. I got a roll for you as well. Yeah, it hit you. No, sorry. And this guy's going to try getting out. Oh my god, Sarge just latched onto this guy. He's like just... He's got his legs around his torso and everything. He's, yeah, It is attempting to attack the robot and actually hits. Oof. Quite a bit of damage too. Who's left? This dude. of the guy here is gonna... You know what? Let's try. And he... Oh, how many feet is that? 5 feet? 10... Oh, I mean 10 feet. He does a combat maneuver and actually knocks him back 10 feet. So he's not there yet. Prava.
Well, I'm gonna go back into the old Graviton attunement, you know, if a trick works.
If it works, then you know.
I make a fortitude save. D17 fortitude save for this lad here.
If you do this, I'll tell you what, I will out in the open. Just to see if he makes it or not. No.
And he goes right over a Chaos Warrior's head to make an attack of opportunity, feeling bloodthirsty, but then he goes over the cliff.
I'm gonna roll a second. No, he doesn't hit. Oh, God. So that's a total of 4 of these guys. You just tossed off the edge. Just bye.
Yeah, I mean,
Bye.
our Chaos Warrior friend knocked one of them off. I only put 3 of them off.
Oh yeah, he knocked one off. So you've done 3 so far. It's like bits and pieces of toy everywhere, and you see the Chaos Warrior hold up his axe. It's like victory. This?
Oh, mine. I'm not used to answering to that name.
Yeah.
He's all the way up there. Wait, there's only like 2 boys left. Nice. Okay.
Was the tank though? So I mean,
I'll move over here. Is the tank like being grappled?
Yes, the tank is currently in grapple. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add an icon for him. Let me add an icon for him. There you go. He's grappled by the robot.
Okay, neato burrito. I'll for now. Jeez, these pistols are kind of short range.
Yep.
Shit.
But highly adaptable.
Yeah, they're good. They're just like okay. Actually, I think that's all I got then. It's not really a position that I want to move into, so I guess I could spend another spell slot and somebody say. Well,
Pre-summon like a freight train or something.
What I don't want to do is kill the robot. That might end up happening.
The robot understands.
No, I don't do that. I'm gonna move the fire over here.
Oh, nice. 2 damage.
2 whole damage.
However, that is 4 damage, and vehicles can't make a reflex save, and it doesn't count as hardness. Do you know what you just did?
What?
You just see, like, it's smoke start coming off the tank as it catches on fire. Just, it was that close to death after having another tank dropped on it. Since fire damage is doubled, so.
Oh my god. Okay, that works. Yeah.
So close to death. So yeah, as you do that, Sarge is going to attempt something different. Oh my god, Sarge doesn't even have any flipping combat feats, but he's owning this dude. Where's a good... I don't know what would... Ah, there you go. Sarge literally takes out some handcuffs from behind him, some bright green handcuffs, and just locks him in. Enemy soldier captured. You're POW of the military now. Stand down and surrender. As the fire keeps raging, he's going to... Yep, I'm gonna do that. And you just see this other toy just fling itself over. Well, the robot knocks it over towards you, Aiden. It just poof, poof, like lands and starts gets up from the ground, like groggy from the slam the robot gave it.
I'm gonna CQC it, and by that I mean I'm gonna grab it by the hand and literally shove it into the fire. So that's sadly not much damage.
Sadly, that does
But
not
I
hit.
shove
However,
it-
it is factored.
Oh wait, yeah, that doesn't hit, it's an 11. Fuck.
Yep, it is, however, flat-footed. Next move is going to attempt... It does not hit you with its
Nope.
Kung Fu.
It literally needs to crit in order to hit me.
Prava.
Does the grease over here affect like the top of the dice too, or just the ground beneath the dice?
I would say it was depending on Durst's decision, actually. Would it affect that, or just
the way I described it was like I opened up a hole above it and it fell down.
No,
just
so
its
it covered the top then.
Okay, I'm gonna jetpack to the top of this dice. And I'm just gonna pop a shot down at this guy down here.
Go ahead. Prava just flies on over, dreaming that he could be one of the Shirin that has wings. He is flat-footed, so that does hit, and that's cold damage, but it is 16. I mean, okay, it's helpful. It is barely standing. You can just see that joints are all locked up. It's like from all the ice that surrounds it. The berserker's still running into the area. Thus.
I think I'll just like I'll move over here around the corner and I'll just take a pot shot and try to finish this guy off. Get him, Nina! Fuck him up! Whoa.
It buzzes as it... Yeah, it's still flat-footed, so it still hits as it buzzes away in this, like, needle, and just burns away its neck as it just flops into the burning wood beneath it.
Exactly as many as I needed.
And it seems like all combatants are currently down. And the big guy is treating, well, his wound, so he can't bring out more toys from the box.
Oh,
Well, this is their opportunity. We gotta run. We gotta get through there.
The big robot stomps its way over and is like, the portal is that device over there. The master used to use it to interact with the community of toys. I believe your compatriots are within their box.
well, let's make haste then. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
Wait, which box? You say they're in this box then, or?
Yeah, within their box, so he means the Black Toys box is in there.
What's this, by the way?
What's what?
Upper right
Fancy
corner.
desk ornament.
That's the device, the teleport device that they mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fancy.
Let's see, get out. You can also see toy planes, like the one that he used to bomb you with. Sadly, it got chopped in half when the laser hit.
Damn, if he brought it out, would it have been full size?
So, what's it look like? Do we need to lockpick this thing?
It does seem like it's got a latch, but it seems like the other box, so you can just heave it open.
Well, Aiden cracks his knuckles. Let's see how hard it is. Hey, come give us a hand, robot.
The robot is like stomping over, but the other two are giving you a hand as well.
Hut, 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 hut.
It's like as it opens
lift
up.
from your feet.
It seems like they weren't joking when they said this contains the black toys, as every toy in here is either painted black, colored black, or just generally looking like, you know, well, Spec Ops. It seems like it was just somebody separated all the black toys into this box, which you could probably think was the guy whose hand is currently bleeding.
He's an edgy teenager.
And inside you see one teenager, one what looks like a punk rocker, and another one looks like a sort of middle-aged woman in a in some sort of lab coat, and they're all tied up and bound. It's like,
Go over and rip off their bindings, starting with the one in the mouth.
as you do, the shivering older woman like stands up, brushes herself, and says, "Ah, thank God, that was terrifying." And the punk gets up, and he's like, "Bro, you saved me and my little bro. Thanks, bro."
You're welcome, brother.
Yeah. And he puts out his full fist bump. He's like, "You guys, awesome."
Yeah, sure.
Extremely awkwardly tries to like match the gesture.
Fist
Probably
bumps.
makes telepathic contact with Darius, and he's like, and these guys are tied to the face of the world? These guys are big on the butterfly effect?
Just as much as anyone else.
Dude, it's like this. The punk rocker is human, by the way, and he goes, "Dude, my little bro here, who seems to be a very young Vesk, and my little bro here, my mom. You helped us out. Thanks, bro."
This is very touching, you know, and Aiden looks over his shoulder, but I think he's almost done bandaging his finger. We might want to hurry up.
We're not out of this yet, let's move.
Yeah, let's get to the teleporter, man. It will make us big again. Let's go.
Let's go.
And it's like they're all rushing alongside you up to the teleporter, and you see the others like gathering around. "You fought well, soldiers. We wish you luck in your next endeavor.
What about you, Sarge?
The portal was never meant for us, soldier. No, we must stay here for the battle." They speak the truth. This is for flesh bags to use only.
Prava's gonna try and kinetically grab the big guy, since he's like a little more sentient than the rest, and pull him onto the pad.
As you say, it's like, "I warn you, it will not work, but we may as well try." It's like, "If you leave, we miss you, Tin Can." "I will miss you too. I promised the dark gods I would not cry."
Real men cry.
"Yes, real men do. Real men do." And
Anyway,
you see the Sarge
how the
saluting
hell
you.
does this work? Prava, any ideas?
Can I make a
And you see the doctor messing around with something just under the shelf. It's like, "Wait a moment, I'll have it done in a second." And it's like, "Okay, everybody huddle up."
I'm gonna salute the Sarge and say, "It's been a pleasure, Sarge. See you around."
It's been a pleasure, soldier. May we meet again on the battlefield.
You know what?
And with that, you are teleported back to the room. However, this time, you're in this room, you are full-sized. And you're standing actually physically in the room. As now that you're rather close up to the guy, he's considerably more weedy than you remember. As he's turning around with a bandage on his head, it's like, you escaped? And you see the punk rocker guy, normally spoke like a hippie, is like, "Yeah, man, we escaped. Now I'm gonna crush your head!" And you just see him run over to him. He's like, "No, please!" And he just starts trying to beat on him, just stomping on him. "No, please help!"
After the punk rock guy gets a few good hits in, I'm gonna grab him by the collar and yank him off. Okay, that's enough.
Oh, fine. And you just see the teenage Vesk just kick him as well for good measure. He's like, "Oh!"
I'm gonna give him a kick too.
I am going to. Darius is going to walk over to the table. Does he have the teleportation device still there?
If you go over to the table, you do see Sarge and McCall Moyer walking about. They seem to be gathering up the other toys and putting them into the box. But they seem to be mixing the toys at this point. They're just going around.
I want to try to find. I'm looking for the device he used to bring us here.
The device you use is the teleporter that you seem to be standing on currently.
You know, for an old-fashioned guy, Sarge is making sure to remove toy racism, so that's a good thing.
He
Man,
said-
it's as long as they're not tan.
You know, a 50 soldier. He doesn't care what color you are. It's what country you're from that matters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or it's literally army men and hates the he literally says he hates the tan.
It's like there's no other color of army men here. We're a one color army man race.
Ah.
You see the guy on the ground is like, The doctor, on the other hand, is like, finally. I thank you, whoever you are. I don't know how you found it.
Durst here found the artifact that brought us here. He's the one you have to thank.
Oh, thank you. We've been in there for, it feels like 2 weeks. At first, well, I was studying this place in my lab, making sure everything was fine, but my lab partner decided to use this place himself and become head of research. You see the little vest kid run over, dish, it's,
Durst is gonna like walk up to this guy and he's like, I trust I won't have to see you meddling with this again.
Of course not. The punk rocker goes, man, you can't just let him go. Gotta send him into the police, man.
I
You know what I mean?
I look at the guy on the ground. Is he crying?
He does. He seems like, if you think about it, it's like back in the day. You think back to high school, those 2D visual novel kind of days where nerds used to get beaten up, and he seems a lot like that.
I know what I want to do.
Hmm?
I'm going to grab this guy. I want to like bring him to his feet, and yeah, I'm just gonna say it's like, if I catch you messing with this again, I foresee terrible consequences for you.
Terrible consequences?
I'm gonna cast fear on him.
You know what? I'm gonna say it automatically succeeds due to him already being scared and beaten like a nerd.
And,
So
the version of fear is just like his laboratory exploding and getting thrown into a black hole. I just give him a vision of an alternate universe where he fucks around with his teleportation device.
no, oh my precious work. He doesn't seem to be scared for himself, but he's like, oh my work, oh my precious work gone. I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again. I'll turn myself into the police. Just don't have my work.
Good. I just let him go.
Rupert falls to the ground. He's like scooting away from everybody. He's like, I gotta take extra notes. See backups.
Poor mad scientist.
Well, he wasn't always like that, Vashirin says.
Very childish.
It seems like once he found this place, he went a bit over the edge. I was inviting my children to take part in the experiment here. After all, there's no one better to play with inanimate toys part of this lab than, well, children. So that's why we kept coming here, but, well, Rupert turned off the machine when we were going down there to investigate, first person sort of deal.
That seems like a very safe and, well, credible adventure to take kids on.
Durst kind of like shrugs and it's like, well, at least for them, playing with toys is age appropriate.
Well, that's true, but it wasn't always like this. We had no reason to think that they could ever turn on humans. I mean, well, or any other race. The first person we used was, well, Rupert insisted he would be the test subject, and they never attacked him. so we assumed everything was fine. It turns out you can turn good toys bad, so to speak, if you trade them between these two boxes.
Yeah.
In one box, they have their own personality. In the other box, they have overriding commands of the one who takes them out.
What? It's like, when will toys realize that they're all just... they're all plastic on the inside? I didn't get an opportunity to, but what I wanted to use fear for earlier in the battle was cast fear on somebody and just give them a vision of that scene from Toy Story. Randy's like, I don't want to play with you anymore. He drops a two trash can.
Oh, you should have done that. I would have allowed that. That would have been awesome. But as you're looking at it, it's like we gotta reward them. They freed us after all. It's like, yes. Is there any rewards you would like?
Don't worry about it. I mean, all's well that ends well. After all, nobody got hurt, right? Aiden looks towards his party members that are probably bleeding and hurt while he's stayed in the tank, so he's fine. He's like, oh, never mind that.
Oh, dude, I tell you what, I know what to give you. I was gonna get a new one anyway. 1 second. He goes over towards a toy table, and he's like all relaxed and stuff, and his mohawk's a bit more relaxed back into what looks like a rose ponytail. And he picks up this small little bike that was next to the other box, and he pushes it all the way over to the teleporter. He's like, I brought this with me. You can bring objects with you, man. And as he presses a little button next to the teleporter, suddenly you see this appear in the room.
Hell yes.
I look at him and go, dude.
Dude, I understand, man, but
Into that.
it's fine. I was gonna get another bike anyway.
Bruh.
What's something more safer for me and my girl? You can have this one.
Bruh.
Bruh, it's fine.
Dude.
Oh my
Dude.
god, it's got a planetary comm unit built into it too. What a beautiful machine.
Weirdly enough, all motorcycles do. It's kind of weird.
Oh wow, it's got the collision attack. Nice.
I haven't upgraded it a lot. I just added some extra armor, Thought it would keep me safe. But if I want a family in the future, I gotta be thinking safer. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Oh, it's okay.
Trust
We know a good mechanic. This thing is gonna be beautiful.
I just
Good
like
to know.
Durst just kind of shrugs, and it's like, I don't think any of them have a family, so it's fine.
That's
What are you
rather
talking-
rude.
The little vest chose, so he's like, what are you talking about? They all have families. I watch his live streams.
Oh hey, Prava, you're famous.
Well, always good to meet a fan.
You're awesome. He says, he just looks up to you, smiling his big lizard-like teeth, just shing. Yeah, they have families and everything. They look after everyone and they save people.
Speaking of which, once we get back, you guys should totally come to the Zero Risk Security branch. We should have a party. Commemorate the victory.
It's like, can I go? It's like, well, I did see the stream where they had kids over there, so I guess it's child-friendly. But are you guys sure you don't want anything? I mean, if you want, I can give something to you later, as soon as I get back to my lab.
I mean, we're just happy that you're all safe. There's nothing we could ask for. What kind of research were you doing here, though? I'm curious.
Oh, I was researching these interdimensional pockets, so to speak, including, well, this, the workshop.
Yeah, I've seen this kind of stuff before. I think it's very fascinating stuff. I saw a snow globe like this, had like a whole little cabin in it. It was like a nice little summer home you could carry in your pocket.
Yes, it's somebody named Dr. Fazomok. They invented these small dimension-like pockets that you could take wherever you wanted.
Have you figured out like the mechanism behind how it works? Is it technological? Is it magical? Is it replicatable?
It seems to be magical, but inside there's always technology. It's interesting, almost like a hybrid.
Prava's eyes are like sparkling, and he's like in nerd mode. And he's just like, "Oh yeah, oh I love hybrid magic items. Always so fascinating to see how you mix the two worlds."
Yeah, exactly. But there's something else as well. I tell you what, there's some objects that we haven't done, like we finished our research on. Well, normally we sell those off to fund other projects. I could try giving you something from there. I'll have to go back to the lab and search for something, but I promise you can get it.
Darius just like reaches over the table and she grabs a little yellow robot that helped them, and then she just looks plainly. It's like I just want this.
Oh, the toy? Yeah, sure. You see that the toy did come with you through the teleporter, but it didn't grow. It's still like small. It waves its little arms inside your hand. It's like,
Oh,
I
that
would enjoy
reminds
going on adventures.
the toys that we vaporized, are they like lumps of plastic or are they like dust?
They seem to be lumps of plastic.
Prava's gonna go over to like the lumps of plastic, and he's gonna make like molds out of hard light, and he's gonna try and like melt one of the toys back into shape.
As you meld the thing back into the shape, you see that it looks like a black figure once again, and Sarge is like pointing over towards the lighter box, like the box you guys came out of. Once you do that,
All right. Yeah, Prava's gonna repair all the toys that he can and then put them back into their boxes.
Just it's like conflict on a tiny scale.
as you do that, Sarge does take one of the figures that you did back out of the box, and as soon as you do, you see him like start twitching a little bit, but eventually they gain smoother movement and they give Sarge a salute, and then looks up to you guys and gives you a salute as well.
Prava salutes him back.
Well,
It's fascinating. Small communities.
Durst just has a little robot, and she turns and's like, "It's been a pleasure working with you." And she kind of like she's like narrows her eyes a bit towards you, Prava, and it's like, "I got my eye on you."
On me? What do you mean?
You're an influential figure. Your fate seems to touch many people. You're a veritable hot box of improbable causality. A lot of you.
I'm gonna look towards the female scientist. Translation?
If I was researching right, I think that due to his influential nature, a lot of things change around him. Well, all of you, really. I mean, it would make sense. Multiverse isn't just a theory, it's a real thing after all. Many creatures can access this multiverse, and, well, they know better than some about such aspects.
I'm gonna look towards the punk rock guy. Translation?
It means there's multiple you, man, and you do different things.
Dude, that's deep.
I know, right, dude? I listen to Mom's lectures all the time. I know about this.
Durst just like nods and's like, "I got what I came for," and she just walks out with the robot.
There is another sort of like teleport that you saw on the table. There's two, one green and one blue, actually in the room. The blue one seems to lead back outside. The green one seems to be lead back to the table.
She just does like a nod and mockingly does like one of the salutes of the soldiers, and then she's gonna bail.
All right.
Dos Bales.
So don't be surprised when you go to leave. This pocket dimension is currently inside the home of one of our friends, Samuel. Is there anywhere
okay.
you would like to be left? Like, where were you guys originally before?
Well, my lab. Don't worry. I'm sure we can take transport back to where we live. But how about we get out of here first? She looks down towards the toys, like, don't worry. They will build their society. They used to have a little city on that table.
How about that? Anyway, until you guys figure out what you're doing next, you can crash at my place. Come on, I'll take you there.
Hey. So are these toys, they're animated, but are they sentient? Do they build their own communities and like thrive in...
They are able to, and they have small conflicts and the like, but they always reconstitute each other, never anything super lethal to each other. They are a space between sentient and not sentient creatures, I suppose. I mean, they can make their own decisions, though their personality is purely based on the toy that's placed inside of the boxes.
And any toy placed in the boxes will...
Correct, it would animate. The way you also, if you don't want it to animate, what you would have to do is open the back side of the box and remove it from there instead of the front side. But, yeah.
A small part of me wants to ask for the toy box for our reward. They can be the crew of our space station.
The tiny crew crawling about the space station as miniature helpers.
That can be
Just go
like...
buy, like 1,000 toy astronauts.
That can be like when we do one-off sessions, like we basically play as the toys in their toy ship and their adventures are contained on the space station.
Oh god, you make small figures of yourselves to go in the spaceship or space station. You go in
It's basically
big
Star Trek,
adventures.
but entirely in the space station because they're super small.
And then we'll have that episode where one of us eats a really bad sandwich and they get a brain parasite, and you have to shrink yourselves down and go into their body.
So it's shrinkception inside shrinkception.
That's true, that is true. So, should we head on out?
Yep.
I see no reason to.
And with that, you start to head out of the place.
I'm gonna kick the nerd one last time before we leave.
Duh.
Still whimper.
Fucking nerd.
You see, as you come on back, it's been almost about an hour, 2 hours more, as you've been battling and helping down there. And as you come back, you just see Samuel just nibbling on the last piece of pizza, just waiting on his podium as the orb opens up and spits you all out. And it's like, that ride is never enjoyable, the scientist says. It's like, dude, the bike's okay, I kept it stable.
Ah, good job, dude.
Thanks, dude. Come on, little bruh. I gave you some pizza before we head home. Alright. It's like, I am so glad. Oh, forgot my voice thing. I'm so glad you have returned. I was worried.
Yes, I can see that you're a stressful eater. He notices the pizza gone.
Yes, stress eating does help. It also helps that I don't grow fat.
Don't worry about it.
Durst came out a moment ago. Where is Durst right now? Did she leave straight away, or?
Durst just bailed. Imagine she was walking out the door and she waved like the little robot in her hand towards Samuel, like, I got what I wanted, and then she just went out the front door.
She left with a small toy. I assume everything went well.
I mean, yeah, we got him out of there. Everybody is nice and safe. We solved the war issue. War's over.
Oh, lovely. I am so glad you were able to help. And also, you saved the civilians. That is perfect.
How was all the dance well?
I want to imagine that, like shortly after you guys step out, your phone starts ringing.
Who would that be?
Hello? Who's this? How'd you get this number?
Hey, asshole. Me.
Ah, Kuzon. Where have you been?
You know, and he tilts the camera, and you see like a bunch of kids running around in the background. Fix the satellite. Your guys' communicators dropped out of Absalon.
Oh yeah, we kind of had to go into a different dimension thing. Long story short, we dropped a tank on top of a tank, then we beat up a nerd, played with some robots, you know the stuff. Hey, by the way, check this out! And Aiden shows the bike on the camera.
You're shitting me.
Nope, it's all mine. You can't have it. Haha.
But... Damn. I don't believe it's like I don't believe the story that you just fed me, but that is a cool motorcycle.
Don't worry, Prava will tell you all about it. Hey Prava, did you take pictures?
I'm always taking pictures.
See?
So is my Caribbean.
See, Prava's got the pictures. Oh dude, I hope you got a good picture of me dropping that tank on top of the tank.
Sorry, I sneezed when you were doing that.
Oh, come on!
By the way,
you just have like a really blurry still, just you can't tell what's going on.
the symbiote does shiver a bit as it makes sure that the camera that you always have it holding on on your shoulder basically drifts down towards the hand where your symbiote claw is still formed. It's like holds it in what's your hand now.
Oh, I guess this guy might have something. Let's take a look at what he got.
You can see that it's very shaky, given that Prava was attacking now and again. But you do see like almost shaky cam footage of this tank falling down and just Aiden meow.
Yeah, get a load of that shit, Kuzon. You don't do that every day.
Nice. He's just like.
Oh yeah, don't mind that much over there. That's one of the enemy soldiers turned into a pot of plastic.
It does, just so we're clear, Kuzon, given the view, it does look fake as hell, given that everything is plastic, bright, and toyish, while they are not.
Kuzon just like shrugs, and it's like, glad you had fun with your video game or whatever. Nice bike. He just hangs up.
No, wait, Kuzon, we have to talk about specs. Kuzon, wait. And Aiden's leaving with the bike as he's trying to get Kuzon back on the line so they can talk about modifications.
As they are walking away, Prava, you hear someone go, "Well, they are eager, but I will ask, Prava. I did promise you a reward." And he gets out all the little artifacts next to the orb, you know, the snow globe, the different things such as the sort of a doll that turns into people, all the little bits and pieces that they formed. I've actually got a list here. But then he asks you, it's like, I will ask you, what would you desire out of the selection here?
Prava stops and thinks about it for a second. Well, and he holds up the snow globe for a second. It's like, I've seen what these spaces are like a little more firsthand. It's an interesting device, but and I look to the glass that sees through other worlds, and I look to the doll that turns into people.
At that moment, though, the scientist goes, "Well, we haven't finished our research on it, but if you want, you could combine both mine and, what's your name?" It's like, "Oh, Samuel. Yeah, we could combine both of our gifts, and you could take the orb if you really wanted it." I just say I lost it or Rupert stole it. He's like, "You can't do that."
No, I wouldn't want to get you in trouble with your
Oh,
work.
I assure you, I won't be in trouble. I've got a good amount of research. It's not finished, but it's not anything worrying. You helped us and saved our lives, so it's not exactly a big price to pay.
Alright, I think I'll pick you up on that.
Well, you just make sure that you look after them. There's a few other odds and ends in that room. You may want to be careful with what you touch.
Yeah, I got a friend who's good with magic and a friend that's good at science. We can all team up and figure out what's safe in there. We'll be alright.
Understood. Right. Well, she Samuel, not Samuel, the scientist named Sarah picks up the small orb and offers out to you. It's like, thank you for saving me and my family.
No, it was a pleasure to meet you. Yeah, I hope things work out for you.
Oh, definitely. Who knows? Once I meet a nice male, I may look you up. Then she says as she goes, "Come on, children."
Sheeran can't blush, but Prava does. That's what came completely off guard.
You hear the punk dude, the best singer, punk dude's like, ew. He starts walking off.
And from the distance, Prava hears, "That's my boy!"
He probably didn't hear at all the whole context given. He just,
Yeah, did you hear the fight, dude?
yeah. It's like Aiden probably didn't hear the finer details of that. It was just like, hey, that girl's flirting with him. Nice.
That's my boy.
Oh god. So then, as you carry off the orb, I suppose that you're all going to be heading back to Zero Risk with your rewards
Yep.
carried in
and
hand.
with the rest of the guys that we met up, so they can spend the night there before they go off on their own.
Fair enough. Then they also carry those off, and I will say this. The orb does a few things, and I will add them in along with toys. It also comes with what's known as an alchemy jug. Inside there, you are able to produce several liquids of unique properties. Otherwise, how did you guys find this session?
That was great.
Yep,
That was
pretty cool. I dropped a tank on top of a tank. That's always a good time.